Alright, I just 2-3'd Scarlet Witch. You know, right off the bat, we are going to go here and we're going to roll this for Power of Angry Hulk. I guess I'll be back when I roll it. Hopefully 7 million gold's enough. It could potentially not be, and then I'll be very sad. And we got it. Actually relatively quick, only 2 million gold. And that does mean we have to switch over, what is it? Yeah, one of these guys. We have to switch over one of these all attacks to one of these guys. And I will be giving her this one, which is an incredible one, but new tier 3 character, might as well go for it. Might as well send it. Alright, so crit rate. Looks like we're all in order. Time to I go ahead and awaken this until we get stage 8 Power Angry Hulk. That is my default lowest I have on any of my tier 3 characters. Stage 8 is right there already, so I guess we'll leave it at that. Let's check the stats now. There we go, 128% attack speed, nearly capped. We need a ton of crit rate and a ton of crit damage. Yeah, it's pretty pathetic actually. It's crazy that she has such low stats. What the heck? Alright, let's see the gears here. So we have energy attack, all attack, but we don't have anything else. So we have crowd control time, which is bad. Here we have HP on her gears, skilled cooldown, HP. So that there is why she has such bad stats. Does she have any buffs? I don't think so, right? All attack crit rate on her tier 3 for 10 seconds. So that's good, but it won't be up all the time. Lots of debuffs to enemies, but I'm not seeing any self buffs. 25% mind damage, and that looks to be it. So really, getting through all these uniform options will be a pretty big deal, it seems. Let's switch back here, see what we got. Yeah, same amount of options, unfortunately, on this one as we do on this one. Well, let's start with these Odin's Blessings, I guess, or with her Urus, not Odin's Blessings. Alrighty, we are back, and I didn't upgrade too much. I upgraded all of the energy attacks to at least 5-star energy attacks here, and I upgraded 2 Odin's Blessings in here. As you can see, we're rolling an Amplify on the 4th and the 5th gear, so we're getting a bunch of crit damage and a bunch of energy attack. Hopefully our stats are looking at least a little bit better. Yep, we're up to almost 145% crit damage, so we went up like 12% there. And attack speed is still good. Crit rate is still mediocre, but it is what it is. It's going to be tough to fix without just slamming more Odin's Blessings in here. Next time I have money, I'm going to go through and 5-slot amplify all of these. Yeah, so I will go ahead and quick try her out, and we're going to try some... We'll try some Black Dwarf. Stage 39, nothing too crazy. Something cool about Scarlet Witch is you can run double support because she does have self-buffing leadership. Alright, so this is just my first impression. Well, let's run Strikerless. How about that? We'll just run just the Mind Control Striker, and we'll see how the rest of it goes. Alright, this is my first time using Scarlet Witch Tier 3. I haven't even actually seen somebody with this, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to use this. Oh, right. I haven't really even used this uniform, but we're still just going to go for the 4 cancel 5 here. And I was actually told that you can cancel 5 way early now. Yeah, it looks like you can. Okay. So we're going to go 4 cancel 5 cancel 3, hopefully. Yeah. And that's some pretty good damage. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to go 4 cancel 5 cancel and then into 6. Let's see what kind of damage we got on the tier 3 skill. So it's still going. Pretty good. We did like a bar and a half with no strikers on stage 39. Pretty good, not terrible. Something I'm excited to try is I do want to roll. I had that CTP of Rage ready to go. I'm going to slap that on after this, and we'll see what she can do with a CTP of Rage. As you can see, we do still have those butterflies in the back. Oh, skill got canceled. think I missed the proc. Oh no, I didn't hit the proc. Playstyle is pretty smooth. I feel like I might be canceling the fifth skill too early. It's really difficult for me to tell. But the fact that she brings along her own mind control just makes everything comically easy, right? I definitely canceled the 5 too early there. You can cancel the 5 pretty quick on this new uniform, but it's you have to hold it for at least a second. I don't know if there's really a good visual cue for when you can use it, but... And we are going to pause before I kill him and restart. You know what? I do have a spare CTP of Judgment. I wonder if this could be somebody I could run a CTP of Judgment on. So, before I fiddle around with her... new obelisk, because I am going to change it off that drabby old 160 mind damage proc, I am going to, well, you know, this team should probably still just have Jean Grey like this. And now I could run Colossus or Mystique, and I think I'll just stick with Mystique for now. And we'll just see if there's any merit to using the tier 3 Scarlet Witch in PvP, because I could slap a regen or an authority on her. I have an extra of both of those right now. Right off the bat, I mean, I don't have any HP investment in gears or ISOs or obelisks, but she still only has 122k HP, which is obviously lower than my Jean Grey, who also has no HP investment and has 50,000 HP more. Killing my Jean anytime now. Okay, I'm gonna switch here. So I'm just gonna... Yeah. I don't think that even with I don't think even with like better custom gear she'd be able to do anything against Jean Grey. Even with all of her stuff, it's just Jean Grey is just too strong. Alrighty, what I'm gonna do here is just run through my dimension mission and cash out on a bunch of custom gears. And I am going to re-roll this CTP of Judgment I have, and I'm going to go for the minus 30% plus 200% proc, and if I hit that, I will run it. Otherwise, we always have this CTP of Rage sitting around waiting to be tested, so this maybe is the character for it. We'll have to wait and see. Alrighty, I decided to bring you guys back. I spent like maybe 50k points getting obelisks. I had no unlocked obelisks for this, and I upgraded them all to the maximum they could be, and we're not going to roll that in. What we're going to do is click change option on the CTP of Judgment. What we're looking for is 30% here and 200% here. They go hand in hand, so if this says 30%, this is always 200%. And then at the top here we have all attack that goes to 32 and chain hit that goes to 20, but these are secondary. If I roll the 30% here, I'm going to go with it no matter what. Almost perfect. Damage 10% is going to be 30%, 10% closer, but still not 30%, please. 30%. All attack is almost going to be. I think it goes to 16% lowest, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to click the equip button. 30%, please. 30%. Chain hit is pretty good. All attack is almost as low as it can be. I think this goes to 16% at the lowest, but you know, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to click the equip button. Boom. Alrighty, CTP of Judgment rolling. Let's see here. Now we bumped up to almost 40k energy attack. And when we go in here, we didn't lose any stats because we didn't have any from the obelisk. But we do have 17% chain hit damage. So let's go back into that same stage and see what it looks like now with the same team, her own leadership, and just some extra mind control. Keep it like that. Okay, well, hopefully I'll be practicing the optimal rotation here. 4 or 5, as soon as it goes, you can cancel into 3 usually. Throwing in 1 and 2 whenever possible, and then that's just the whole rotation until you get the tier 3 skill. And on the tier 3, we're going to want to go when our proc has about 2 seconds left, maybe a touch more. It's about now, as you can see, because she lifts up these big rocks, and as soon as you see the second rock, you can cancel out of that. And hopefully this will get as much of that tier 3 skill on proc as possible, because she also does these butterflies at the very end. I know there's a lot of visual noise happening on screen here, but you'll just have to trust me. the end of her tier 3 skill, she creates these butterflies that fly around, and you're going to want those on proc as well. So 1 rock, 2 rock, and then you can cancel. See if we can see those butterflies in the background. There they are flying in. And it becomes kind of a spam fest. It's very similar to CTP of Rage. You know how it is. I'm sure you guys are used to it at this point. I procced a little late. 1 rock, 2 rock, cancel out of that tier 3. Yeah, so if you're familiar with Luna's nose rotation, it's kind of similar to that in the sense that you want to be using your tier 3 when there's about a second and a half left on your current proc, if you have a CTP of Rage or a Judgment. Because there is a pretty big wind up here, as you can see. Boom, and then she winds up, lifts up the rocks. And yeah, you don't want to be wasting proc time on the rocks. I'm going to go ahead and kill him here. I'm just going to use tier 3, and he is gone. So about 2 minutes, no strikers, stage 39 of Cull Obsidian. I've had better, I've had worse. No CCF, womp womp. And no blast books that I'm now out of. But the big reason that I did upgrade her on this day specifically is today is no restriction day. So we're going to get into that when I'm ready to do AVX. I will bring you back. Alrighty, we're all ready for AVX, no restriction day with Scarlet Witch. And I think the optimal team is going to be Phil Coulson plus Nick Fury. Phil Coulson for the guaranteed crit. You can't White Fox on Scarlet Witch because she does not have the leadership tag. Let me just double check in my brain that this is correct. She does have her own leadership, but it is less than Nick Fury. Yeah, I think this is it. This has to be the team. See what she can do. I'm going to be using the same rotation I was using in World Boss Ultimate, which is hopefully going to be correct. So you're going to want to press tier 3 when there's about 2 seconds left on your proc. And then cancel as soon as you see the second rock.
It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold.
Also, this is a CTP of Judgment. I'm sure Rage would be doing better, but I mean, still, there's no point in. I don't see a point in slapping a Rage on her because there's no way, even with a Rage, she's going to come close to scoring what my Luna scores for sure. And probably she's not even going to come close to what my Namor is scoring, which is something like 5 mil. My Luna can score 6, sometimes 7, depending on how well I'm playing. Should you tier 3 Scarlet Witch? Oh, there is squad battle. You know what? Screw it. We're going to do squad battle, and then I'll come back with my conclusions after that. What day can she do? Just no restriction and female hero. She's not beating either of these, so I guess no, she's not a squad battle. She's not useful in squad battle this week because there's nowhere I can use her at all that should even stand a chance of outscoring these guys. You know what? I will plug her in here just so you can see that there's no way she's beating these characters. As you can see, the damage is pretty unimpressive. Very uninspiring, to be honest with you. What is our final score for this day? We have a 1.3 million. That's 600k behind my Luna Snow. Probably more if I had a great run with Luna. This was just at an average run for sure. As you can see, I can't see there being good justification for it except for you just love the character and or are trying to get as many tier 3s as you can. Because I will say, ranking tier 3s, she is better than probably most of the tier 3s that I don't have. She is definitely better than Spider-Man. See, I think she's better than Deadpool because my Deadpool can clear every stage of World Boss. I haven't used Magneto's new uniform. She's not better than Thanos. She's probably not better than Apocalypse. She is better than Wolverine. She is probably around the power level of Mr. Fantastic. I think she'll do some things better and some things worse than Mr. Fantastic. And is that all the tier 3s? I think it is, right? Yeah. She's better than Thor. She is better than Cyclops, except for Cyclops' passive, which you don't need the tier 3 for at all. She is maybe better than Iron Man. I think she's definitely better than Iron Man, but just by a little. It's pretty close. So if that helps you gauge where she is in power level. Keep in mind I have pretty good build. I have CTP of Judgment. It could be a Rage. But I don't see I can't justify putting Rage because I don't think it's that big of an upgrade, to be honest with you. If she was pushing, maxing out on ABX like my Luna does, then I could see it, but I don't see a good reason for it. Yeah, final thoughts. Let me wrap all that up into a too long didn't read or too long didn't listen. I love the character. She's super fun to play. She's just one of my favorite characters from comics in general, but she is definitely not worth the 1600 CCF unless you're a collector or you really like the character. She's a serviceable tier 3, but by no means is she a necessary tier 3, and her being double cost is really hurting her stock here. Alright, well, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.